How's it going, guys? My name is Cassie from Anchored by Books, and today we're doing the Booktube About Me tag. So I thought this was a really good way for you guys to kind of get to know more about me and my life. So here we go. The first question is, what do you study or what do you do for a job? I am a supervisor at a retail store, a clothing store. I've been doing that for about 3.5 years, around there now. Question number 2, what is your favorite social media site? I don't really know if this counts. I love YouTube. I think YouTube, Booktube, YouTube in general is a great way for people to kind of interact. I think it's a really good way for people to talk to each other and just talk about things that they love. Question 3, if you had another channel, what would it be about? So I know some of you might know. I actually had another channel. It was this channel, but it was a different name, and I did beauty videos, and it just was not my thing. I did it for, I don't know, probably a year, 2 years, maybe on and off. I did not like it, guys. I worked at Ulta for like 2 or 3 years, a couple years ago, and I was like, you know what, this is great. I love makeup. Makeup is great. Don't get me wrong. I still love makeup. It's just not my passion. I found books, and books ever since have been my passion. So if I had another channel, it probably, I don't know. If I had another channel, what would I do? I don't know if I would have another channel for anything else other than that channel that I had before where I did beauty videos. Question 4, do you play an instrument? I don't currently play an instrument. Well, maybe this counts. I don't know if this counts. I know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the piano. Woo! Back in elementary school, I think I was in like 5th grade, I played the saxophone, and I was actually pretty good at it because I got an audition for the all-city band. So in 5th grade, I joined the all-city band, which I felt was pretty cool. Or maybe that's something that just everyone did. I don't know. I was pretty proud of myself. I don't know why I stopped playing. Maybe it was because my mom and my stepdad said it sounded like a dying moose, or was it a dying goose? I don't remember. It makes me laugh. It's pretty funny. Question 5, do you have any hobbies besides reading? No? Going to bookstores? Is that a hobby? That's my hobby. I like to go to bookstores. Question 6, what are your favorite TV shows? So, there's only really one TV show that I watch, which is Scandal. I watched it on Netflix. I freaking binge watched it, man. I watched all the seasons on Netflix. That show, guys, is so good. Watch it. Coming back this fall, and I'm so freaking excited. I cannot wait. I also really liked, this is a guilty pleasure of mine, I really like to watch like HSN and QVC. I don't know why. I guess it's like, oh man, look at all these things. But I don't want these things, but it's cool to look at these things. I really like watching their beauty segments. I think it's really cool. You're like, oh man, look at this fun new little piece of makeup, but I ain't paying $87 for it. You best believe it. Not doing it, not doing it. Question 7, what got you into reading? So I've pretty much read on and off my whole life. I want to say the books that really got me into reading was probably the Twilight series. I read that in high school, and I loved it. I don't care what anyone says. I know the movies are crap. I completely agree. The movies are crap. But I think the books are freaking great. I don't care what anyone says. I will stand by the Twilight books 120%. They were a great read. They got me into reading. That's really what introduced me to YA. And look at, here I am now. I really start getting back. I stopped reading for a while, and then I didn't really start getting back into reading until January of this year. And holy crap, my world just expanded so much. It just went from like this little tiny little itty bitty world. There's so many kinds of books, and there's other people out there that love books. I discovered Booktube, I don't know, probably about a year ago now, maybe not quite a year, and I didn't realize there was people that talked about books. I never would have thought about that. So I thought that was really cool. So I found out about Booktube. I started my Goodreads, which I will link down below, my Goodreads, Twitter, all that stuff will be down below. And it just really expanded my horizons. I love being able to read all these different books, all these different stories. Question 8, what are your favorite and your least favorite genres? I don't know if I really have a favorite and a least favorite at this point. I think I kind of like all genres. I just recently started reading fantasy pretty much this year, and that was something I never thought I would like ever. And I read the first 2 books in the Defy trilogy from Sarah B. Larson, and I was like, why have I never read a fantasy before? These are freaking great. I mean, there's like castles and swords, clink, 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 and magic. Boom, 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 boom. In regards to my favorite, I don't know. Fantasy isn't my least favorite. Seeing fantasy isn't my favorite. I don't really have a favorite right now. I don't have a favorite genre. My 2 favorite books so far have been contemporary though. But I've never considered myself much a contemporary person, but maybe I am. Maybe contemporary is my favorite. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out still. Question 9, what books define your childhood? So So I have a couple of books that kind of define my childhood. I have two of them that I really started reading when I was in middle school, and I guess that's kind of when I was introduced to YA, I guess technically. Maybe it wasn't the Twilight series, I don't know. But I picked up this book. This is Uglies from Scott Westerfeld. I'm sure most of you heard about this, the Ugly series. I personally really liked it. I started reading it when I was in middle school. Middle school, I also found Blood and Chocolate from Annette Curtis Klaus. This is my very first werewolf book before I was even introduced to Twilight. I loved this, and I heard they were making it into a movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the first movie I've ever read the book for before the movie came out. I was super excited, and I saw the movie was crap. Don't see it. In regards to my early childhood, the one and the only Shel Silverstein. I read his books over and over and over again when I was a kid. We have The Light in the Attic, Falling Up, and Where the Sidewalk Ends, all by Shel Silverstein. This isn't like one continuous story. These are a bunch of poems with cool little illustrations in them. I've always loved the Shel Silverstein books. And another one I always used to read was The Giving Tree. I think that might be from Shel Silverstein too. My mom had the book, and she would, I don't know why, that was just my favorite book when I was growing up. So I'm like, Mom, can I please read The Giving Tree? She said, yes, here you go. I think she still has it till this day. Mom, if you're watching this, I want that book. Whether it's today, tomorrow, in 20 years, I call dibs on the book. I get The Giving Tree. And question 10, tell us an interesting fact about you. So I don't really know if this is an interesting fact. This is something I've always been very open about. I have been diagnosed with 2 anxiety disorders, GAD or generalized anxiety disorder and socialized anxiety disorder. And I also have something called sensory processing disorder. Sensory processing disorder is something that is mainly found in kids because most people that are grown up now, it just wasn't really heard of back then. So I was diagnosed a year or 2 ago now, and basically that means my brain has a hard time talking to my senses in my body. Put a link down below to a website that I go to all the time. If I ever have any questions about it, I'll link that down below. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to click a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!